All right, and all right. We should have a new stream up, guys. Let me give it to Roy wherever he's at. There you go. Yeah. Uh, there he is. Uh, Actually, now that I think about it, is hold on, sorry, I was just like doing something. Is this a week 2 game? Oh, it is week 2. Um, man, that sucks. Give me one sec, chat. Here, let me change the title. How do I do that? Hold on, guys. I'll get there in a moment. Give me one sec. I just gotta edit this. It's week 2. Bop. All right, and now the changes are saved. Okay, there we go. And let's see what happens. Do I know? No, not really. But Nikki, let's see what he can do. He got quite. Him and his team took quite a beating against Seattle. I mean, again, Seattle is just going to be an absolute terror this season. So, but maybe Nikki can find a way to recover back from this. Well, he was ineligible, but who enforces those anymore? And it's going to be Nikki taking in for the run of the middle, and he's going to get it thanks to a hurdle. And right now, Las Vegas is definitely getting the upper hand right now on Jacksonville. Just not much really. Jacksonville is not much really is going right for Jacksonville, to say the least. I mean, then again, Jacksonville is at a man deficit, so that could be a potential reason why. Although I think a lot of other things are going wrong for them, and well, I'm not going to take what I say very lightly on that one. Do I really have to like look at YouTube chat like the old-fashioned way? I guess I have to. Either way though, let's see. RCMXY. Again, we previously know them from last season, so I guess they didn't change a crazy amount quarterback wise. RC gonna get the check down. Another RC. I didn't really bother reading the name of it. And Void gonna take a handoff down the middle. Not gonna get a crazy amount, but will get enough for the first down. So again, a very humble gain for them. But here we go. RCMXY really taking his time. What I find kind of interesting, site SCP. But yeah, what sorry, I had something in my throat. What I really enjoy about RCMXY's gameplay at quarterback though is just the fact that like he's very like he plays kind of like calm. He doesn't really move sporadically. He plays a little bit, I guess patient is a better word. I'm not saying he's like the greatest quarterback of all time. He's definitely not, but I don't know. His style kind of like I don't know, it captivates me a little bit in terms of just the way he play in terms of just the way he plays. Yeah, he plays it like very patient. Like he doesn't really move unless he has a reason to. But yeah, I mean that's just a miscommunication. I think his throwing could definitely use a lot of work though, but I like his movement. His movement's really good, but his throws are just not really connecting as reliably as it should. But I mean, again, anything can happen. Let's see if RCMXY can hopefully find a way to score here. Gonna find LJJ. Somehow didn't get the touchdown for whatever reason, but Hall of Fame Void going to fumble it, and it's going to be recovered by, huh? I I don't have any words for that. What? How? That? I think I know why that was a safety. I think it's because Warstar grabbed it at the like inches away from the goal line, and then I guess physics kind of took him back into the end zone. So I guess that's kind of what happened. Very unlucky fumble though from Jacksonville, but thankfully a safety ended up becoming a blessing in disguise for him. So thankfully it all worked out in the end. Is Hall of Fame Boyd going to get there? No, he's not. He's going to be short. And this will be the final play of the game. Normally the quarter would end right there, but uh, game being game, I guess. King Crusher though, man, I haven't heard from King Crusher in a long time. I remember him being the quarterback for was it for Miami like season 3 or 2? I vaguely remember it. I'm glad he's still around though. MXY always losing. He's doing terrible against Nikki. I mean, this is kind of essentially a playoff rematch from season 4. So I guess you could say in a way. Maybe not exactly though, but hopefully Jacksonville can at least run it back at least a little bit. They did have a pretty bad start early in the game, but we'll see if Jacksonville can hopefully recover or at least play damage control until they can find a way to get to the fourth quarter. And here we go. RCMXY does have an open lane. That is going to open up a lot of the Las Vegas the Raiders defense because they have to worry about contesting him on the run. And just like that, JJ or LJJ going to be the one to get the touchdown there. Wide open down the middle. Just the ability to somehow escape both the defensive ends and find an open lane just ended up opening up a lot of the Las Vegas defense. And just like that, LJJ going to find a way to capitalize on that. I mean, that was just really good play there from RCMXY, able to use his mobility to his advantage. RCMXY is kind of the type to play a bit patiently. He's a bit of a He sort of plays reactive rather than proactive, which makes him kind of a weird one to play defense against. Again, I'm not saying he's, oh my gosh, the greatest quarterback of all time, but you do have to play against him a little bit differently in that way. So you do have to kind of be careful. But Tap's going to get the check down. I mean, so far, Nicky has also been having a phenomenal game on offense. I mean, hasn't really had too many setbacks. So Jacksonville is going to have to find a way to lock in on defense here. Warstar going to be able to get it around the middle, nearly hurdle the guy, but unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. But here we go, Nicky. Again, Nicky has just been playing very solid right now. Nicky going to be backed up quite a bit, though. I'm not really sure where he's throwing that. And he's going to throw it out of bounds. It seems that he didn't find anything he liked. So again, very smart throw away from him. But again, I feel like Jacksonville defensive ends could position a little bit wider. I don't feel like they need to go fully inside. But it's gonna be caught by Sacred. I don't Is it me or did I feel like nobody moved on the Jacksonville defense except for the deeps? I don't know, maybe it's just me. And here we go. Let's see if he can get it. Yes, it will. Trelly going to get the touchdown there, able to burn the short. And there isn't anything the deep can do in that time frame. I mean, again, I mean, that was just a really good throw there from Nicky. I mean, that's what you kind of expect from uh last season's Super Bowl defending champions. I mean, for sure, you have to again, if you're playing the defending Super Bowl champions, you have to kind of keep that in mind. You're not facing an average Joe at quarterback. So yeah, Nicky is definitely going to be a pretty big test to a lot of teams, but I mean, you could say he's kind of the gatekeep. You could say they're kind of the gatekeeper. If you're better than them, I think you have a shot at beating them. But or I guess if you can beat them, you have a shot at winning the Super Bowl. But if you don't, you're gonna be in for a long, long night in CFL or a long ride. Somehow Z Turbo able to get the catch on the left side, but I think what Jacksonville needs to win is just try to keep scoring on offense and maybe try to hope Nicky makes a bad throw and just forces a turnover. I mean, that's kind of just how a lot of games go, just because of how weird offenses or dominant offenses in the meta. I mean, it's just defense is just on the weaker side in the current meta. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't ever matter, but it's significantly weaker than uh, offense by a complete long shot. Hence why a lot of games end up being shootouts. But either way, though, let's see what RCMXY can do here. Looking deep down the middle, and oh my goodness, he's wide open. Elt, Robloxy, and Sigma going to be able to get it wide open there, able to find the gap between uh the two, the deep and the free safety on the left side. I mean, that is kind of the downside of this cover 3 defense that you see a lot in the meta, is that you can kind of find a way to get in between the gaps at times, just like that, and you can kind of just end up capitalizing on it as well. And folds are also really good too, so that's why you see streaks and folds as the most common routes ran by a lot of offenses, and that's a very reason why. You can kind of apply a lot of what you know to real life. I mean, obviously not one to one, but and not everything works like that. But I think stuff like that is kind of just you can kind of apply to real life football in a way where you kind of can easily find the gaps. Now, obviously, the gaps are a little bit smaller because of the dive being so big, but hey Tristan, welcome back by the way as well. But yeah, it's gonna be Trelly on the right side. But yeah, I was back to what I was saying though. I mean, yeah, there are some like weird exceptions to that. Obviously, some things work better in real life than in Roblox football and vice versa. But I think there's some things you can definitely apply to it. Oh no, it's gonna be intercepted. LJJ going to be the one to get the interception there. And there you go. This is exactly what I was talking about. I mean, force Nikki to make a mistake like that. I mean, I don't really know. Uh, and yeah, that was just a very unfortunate 2v1 there. Apparently, Nikki got baited into that, thinking it was going to be wide open, but unfortunately, it didn't pan out like that. But here we go. RCMXY with a chance to hopefully come back. King Crusher not really going to get a whole lot on that. I think he might have actually lost a yard on that play, but I mean, what a good throw though from him. I mean that was a very forced throw from him, but RC2K dot going to be the one to get the check down there, and now it's a 3rd and 4. And now if I were Jacksonville, I wouldn't really be in a rush to score. I would take my time if you can, without milking, mind you. But I would try to see what happens. LJJ gonna oh wow, I was actually kind of a good throw by RCMXY there, just able to uh find the thread in middle of two defenders like that. I mean, again, RCMXY just plays again on the patient side. He plays pretty reactively depending on what he sees. He doesn't ever really move unless he needs to. Oh, nearly greeted there. Z Turbo. Yeah, that could have went really bad for Jacksonville in a couple of ways. I mean, nearly getting sacked, and also that could have been an interception as well if Z Turbo didn't attack it at all. But either way, though, Hall of Fame Boyd going to get the handoff and will get about 3 yards on that play. So it seems that Hall of Fame Boyd getting a little bit of usage on the running back. It is on the nicher end, though, but RCMXY going to take it and run himself, going to get only about 9 yards on that play, maybe 10. But so far, this is looking to be an incredible comeback performance from RCMXY at the moment. And it's going to be. Hold on one sec. But oh no, it's going to be a turnover on downs on the 4th and 2. Sorry, someone with background stuff was happening, so I couldn't fully commentate on it. So my bad. Nikki though, I mean, not in a very comfortable spot either though, especially on offense. But you definitely do need to be careful on some walks and LSs. Oh, it's going to be Dr. D5 going to get a yard loss on that play, and right now Jacksonville not giving him a whole lot of space to work with. I mean, again, you have to be careful of any VC play if you're the Raiders here. And Nikki going to look for the out route into Saifu. Going to get as much yards as he can, and he's going to be able to do it. But I wouldn't say they're entirely in the clear yet. They can still go for one more play if they so wish to. But it's going to be pretty shaky. And okay, that's going to be a little shaky. So I don't know if they can go for a toss up here, especially if they rush 3. But we'll see. So this will be the final play of the half regardless. And oh, wow, that was really good timing. This should be halftime, but bugged. So wahoo. But let's see what Nikki can do here to end the second half. And looks like he's going to get as much time as he can. O-line, the O-line got shedded though. He doesn't have a lot of time. Is anyone going to be there to catch it on the Raiders side? Yes, they will, but Warstar not able to get it in the end zone. And just like that, Jacksonville somehow, some way going to find a way to stop him. Before halftime ended, and they're able to do it. I mean, again, that was very huge defense there from Jacksonville. And just like that, Jacksonville has a second chance on offense. I mean, that was a very unfortunate turnover on downs for them. Forgotten Samurai, though, going to be be the one to return it. Not going to get super far, but we'll get around the 31-yard line. So, oh, RCFXY going to get sacked, though. I think he played a little bit too close for comfort on that play. And, oh, okay, going to find Elt Roblox Sigma. And here we go, RCMXY. Going to look for Elt JJ on the play. And he's going to be able to get it. Here we go, RCMXY. And here we go, Elt JJ. Going to be the one to get the touchdown there. I mean, that looked a little bit too easy from Jacksonville. And this is where Jacksonville, I think, might start running it back. I mean, RCMXY able to play like he wants to here. And just like that, the Raiders are just making a ton of mistakes right now on defense. I mean, you can't let someone like that be wide open. 2-point conversions don't really count, so yeah, no point. Maybe. I'm not gonna really say much about it, but maybe I could see it. I'm not gonna be looking at chat as much because it's weird, being weird right now, but either way though, Nikki looking for Trelly on the right side. Gonna find the fold. Sorry, I'm just but either way though, let's see. Nikki gonna be rolling right, looking for Trelly again on the right side, and they're just leaving him uncontested like that. I don't know what Jacksonville's gonna be planning to do to stop it. And they're gonna give it to Trelly again because they aren't covering it properly. Like a short always just not there, and he's gonna give it to Trelly again. Thankfully going to get popped. The short needs to be on Trelly. Like, I don't know why he isn't. And oh, it's gonna be overthrown on that play. Definitely Jacksonville's playing a little bit on the tighter side in terms of coverage. So let's see what happens here. And Warstar going to get a touchdown with the walk, so it seems that Las Vegas isn't letting the comeback happen that easily. So it seems that Las Vegas has a bit of fight left in them at the moment, but we're going to see how Jacksonville responds here after this extra point. But either way, though, Jacksonville, sorry, I was like, something came up again. But either way, Jacksonville going to instantly respond. Sorry, and it's gonna and it was El Robloxian Sigma that got the touchdown there. I mean, again, Jacksonville just just finding a way to keep themselves in the game. Again, they just need one more turnover to be able to hopefully tie this game. 2-point conversion, the extra point will be good, so it will be just a 5-point game. I mean, again, this is just very solid so far from this offense. Let's see, gonna feed to Trelly again. Trelly's just getting fed those folds because they're just not covering it properly at all. They're just kind of leaving him unchecked for the most part. And AFN, uh, there we go. And here we go, Nikki. Gonna be backed up quite a bit though. Not a lot he can choose from that he can take reliably. Looking for the deep end, not gonna get it, and that's gonna be a 4th and goal. A- And that's gonna force Las Vegas to take a field goal. Again, that is kind of the stop that Jacksonville needed to at least tighten the gap just a little bit, but that will prevent that field goal will prevent Jacksonville from taking the lead. So it wasn't all for, it was not all for nothing, but Jacksonville could also play it kind of smart here, that where they could potentially tie the game if they're able to drag the clock into the 4th quarter. They could kind of go for that if they want to, but I don't know if they're that patient to do so. LJJ going to get 17 yards on that gain. And so far, here we go. This is where things get a little bit interesting. Here we go, RCMXY. Oh my goodness, LJJ just wide open down the field. That is a incredibly terrible mistake there from this Las Vegas defense. They just keep letting these deep routes get wide open for Jacksonville. And RCMXY is just it's just keep taking it every single time. I mean, it's got to be just annoying Las Vegas at this point. So it seems that the defending Super Bowl champions are getting a good run for their money right now. The kick will be no good, it but they wouldn't have taken the lead with it either way. So at the moment, it doesn't seem like it's a very impactful PAT, but you never know how this game goes. Let's see, Sacred going to get a 0 yard gain on that. Or I wouldn't say 0 yard gain, but they got around the 25, so around touchback distance. But let's see what Nicky can do here. And he's just going to throw it out of bounds. I think was looking for Trelly on that play and then said no. So I guess he kind of didn't want to throw an interception there. Very smart from Nicky, though. But let's see. And taps. Going to get the check down there. So I don't think they'll be forcing a punt, even if they get an incomplete. So again, I guess that's pretty good for Nicky there to be in a more advantageous position. And he's going to fire it deep. Is it going to be to anyone? No. I don't believe that will force a punt, though. So it will be a go for it on 4th down. But again, if that ball is an incomplete, things could be pretty brutal for them. But let's see what Nicky can do here. Jacksonville has to be ready at all times. You don't know what he could be throwing. And oh my goodness, it's going to be incomplete. I don't know what exactly he was looking for. I think he was looking for the fold on the left side, but he overthrew it. And that's going to be really good field position for Jacksonville. So, I mean, again, this could not be any better of a scenario for them. But let's see what RCMXY has planned here. RCMXY able to buy a little bit of time. Forgotten Samurai just going to dive out of bounds, which will lead to an incompletion. So I don't know if that was exactly the best move for them, but we will see what happens then. But RCMXY getting pressured quite a bit though, and just gonna significantly overthrow it. And now it is a 3rd and 15. Things could be uh not very ideal for RCMXY here if they're not able to get any yardage on this play. And looks like he's gonna find a fold to Elt JJ, and he's gonna get it. And now it is still going to continue being a 1st and 15. Gonna be close to a 1st and goal, actually. Either way, though, RCMXY going to be backed up quite a bit here. I don't know where he can throw it. And oh my goodness, LJJ. I thought that was going to be overthrown, but LJJ finding a way to reel it in. I don't know how in the world he did that, but I mean, hey, Jacksonville ain't gonna complain about it whatsoever. The Raiders might though. Elt is certainly been the wide receiver one so far this game for this game so far, but now Raiders with a chance to hopefully take back the lead. I mean, right now a lot of pressure is on them for the moment, and that's not exactly what you want to start with. And here we go, Jacksonville finding a way to, you know, make plays on offense and defense. So far, things are looking really, really good for them. I don't really know. I'm not super analytical like that. And also, no, can you stop DMing me this, boy? Like, stop glazing yourself in the chat. This ain't what this is about. Either way, though, Nikki. Gonna give to Warstar, and that's gonna be a first down for them. And now it's 1st and goal. Nikki with a chance to take the lead here. Oh, was looking for Trelly. It seems that he miscommunicated the LS though. Again, was getting pressured really hard there from the Jacksonville defense. So again, they're playing it smart. But will Nikki be able to catch them? Well, kind of. Trelly did get tackled, but he was able to somehow find a way to get the ball in the end zone before anything bad happened. So that's going to be a touchdown for them easily. And here we go. Since it is the 4th quarter, they can go for 2 here. But will they be able to succeed it? Yes, they will. And that will be an easy 2-point conversion for them. But yeah, getting me incomplete on the right side. But either way, though, RCMXY going to be backed up quite a bit here, looking for the fold. That was nearly intercepted there. Saifu was able to get the ball, but again, didn't quite uh, get both feet in bounds, so he's unfortunately gonna get punished for it. Either way, though, RCMXY, gonna be backed up quite a bit here. And he's gonna give it to was looking for Elt. Elt Robloxian Sigma, but again, gonna get popped there. So a little bit unfortunate there for Jacksonville, but it's a minor setback right now. But let's see if that will matter. It looks like he's gonna give it to the full on the right side. That was kind of greedy on RCMXY there, but Forgotten Samurai able to find a way to reel it in. Here we go on a 3rd and 5. I'm curious to see what RCMXY will do here. Going to be looking around. And it's going to be a full, but no, it's going to be intercepted by Sacred. I think he overthrew it just a tad bit and ended up being in the arms of Sacred. Man, RCMXY was playing so well too, and then just one slightly off throw ended up kind of derailing their entire tempo. Also, why does Jacksonville have 7 players? Which is going to be even worse for them. But either way, gonna be a deep shot to Sacred. Not going to quite get the touchdown, but will get incredibly far. And now this is where I think Las Vegas starts to kind of snowball now. And it's gonna be to Trelly, and just like that, he's gonna be able to get it for the end zone again. And that and right now, Las Vegas is just in the driver's seat at the moment. Oh, sorry, I banged my table. Either way, though, Las Vegas going to get the kick. And oh wow, he's gonna get pretty dang farther than I thought he would. Going to be around the 40. But either way, though, RCMXY. And oh, it's going to be intercepted again by Sacred. But either way, though, I think Nicky's just going to slowly but surely just secure it. Unless the Raiders make a pretty drastic mistake. I feel like they're going to end up running away with this one. Again, Raiders just have no urgency to score immediately, so they can take as much time as they need, or as much as they can take legally, might I add. And they're going to be looking for Trellian. Oh, that was one of those major mistakes I was talking about there. But thankfully for Nicky, Robloxian Sigma barely had his feet out of bounds, so that is going to be incomplete for them. And here we go, taps. Looking. And here we go, though. Nikki. Who is he gonna find? And it's gonna be to AFN. AFNY. It's gonna be a fumble. Not exactly the mistake I had in mind, but I mean that is gonna be a turnover either way for Jacksonville. So I think this opens the door for them just off of that fumble caused by RCMXY. Poetically enough. And this is where things could uh, turn the tables on the Raiders here because of that fumble. But we'll see what will happen here. Can Jacksonville be able to capitalize is the question. And he's looking for the full to Robloxian Sigma, and he's going to get it. Unfortunately, will not contest the deep ends of that one. Either way, though, RC going to get the check down on the right side. And so far, things are... Oh, and Hall of Fame Void going to get the truck in. And he's going to get pretty far for that. Only about 9 yards. I mean, for a running back, that's actually pretty good. I don't know if I should be concerned about that. But either way, RCMXY going to be looking around if he can. Going to get... I think he was narrowly able to avoid the sack. Thankfully, because of that incompletion. So it ended up being a good thing for RCMXY there, or as good as it can be. And just like that, King Crusher going to get the touchdown on the out route. And just like that, Jacksonville has a chance to turn this game around and take the lead. But again, they're going to need a lot to have happen here if they want any chance. And here we go, 2-point conversion. All right, so they will go for it on a 4th and 25 after this 2-point conversion. But will they be able to convert it, though? No, they will not, but Sacred will get the interception on that pick, on that 2-point conversion, so it will not count. However, I don't think it's the most meaningful one, considering this is kind of a win or lose situation for Las Vegas and Jacksonville. So again, both sides will definitely need to play carefully here. And here we go with the 4th and 25. Remember, Jacksonville cannot have an offensive line this game. So they are forced to go all receivers here. So that is how a 4th and 25 works. They can't have a tight end either. They just all receivers. But let's see. Will RCMXY be able to find anyone looking for a 2-on-1 on the right side? And he's going to get it. LJ. LJJ easily able to get the first down. And just like that, Raiders are in significant pressure here. Because again, defense is pretty weak in the meta right now. So, oh, but RCMXY going to get sacked for 42 yards. That is not what you want if you're Jacksonville. And now I think things might go from bad to worse depending on what happens here. But what will Jacksonville do? Can Jacksonville do anything here? RCMXY running out of room, looking for a toss-up to LJJ. Nearly getting intercepted there. Trelly initially had the interception, but was popped. So that does kind of end up saving Jacksonville there from a turnover. But, I mean, will that matter in the end? I guess we're going to find out. RCMXY able to find a way to avoid the defensive ends of Las Vegas. And is RCMXY going to... Okay, he's not going to toss it, but we'll give it a turbo, and it will be a 49-yard gain. So that is definitely very manageable for Jacksonville on a 4th and 8. But RCMXY, with not a lot of time left, is going to have to make the most of this 4th down. And it looks like this will be the final play of the game. And here we go. It looks like RCMXY is going to be looking to toss it somewhere. It is in the end zone, but will anyone be there to get it? See, Turbo is able to get it, but it's just short of the end zone, and Las Vegas going to run away with it. Barely. And barely avoided it by the skin of their teeth. I thought that was going to be, like, in the end zone, but I guess not. Oh, shoot. Here, let me get stats real quick. Alright, I got stats, guys. Don't worry. Kinda. I have it on video, at least. Even though it's not my job to. But hey. But, man, that was a really good game, though. But, yeah, that was a very wonderful game, though, all things considered. What team would I find interesting to go up against? This boy, who would? Fine, I guess now the game's over, I guess I can maybe talk a little bit. Uh, who, uh, who does, who does this boy play for again? Here, let me look. Okay, the Patriots. Seattle, I guess. I don't know. Seattle's looking to be the hottest team right now in the league. Given what I've seen from the first 2 weeks. So I mean, I could see Seattle being a good matchup. But yeah, I mean, Patriots and Seahawks will. I think it might be a banger game. I'm gonna be honest when that happens. I don't know when, but it will probably. Fingers crossed. But either way, though, thank you guys for watching. Though. It was a really fun game. Both sides had a lot to work on, I guess you could say. But Las Vegas, the Super Bowl defending Super Bowl champions, able to maintain their win, or able to maintain a pretty healthy record so far. But yeah, I mean, either way though, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. It's really fun though, really fun. So I'm not really gonna complain about the outcome. But yeah, it was a really great game though, really great. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. We